Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Damn Good Friends podcast. This is episode 89. The views, informations, or opinions expressed on the Damn Good Friends podcast solely those individuals involved, not affiliated with any military, government organization. This podcast is not endorsed by, directly affiliated with, maintained, authorized, or sponsored by any branch of the military, the Department of War, or the U.S. government. This content is for general informational purposes only. It does not constitute professional or legal advice. Now you know. We say what the fuck we want, right, Joe? Yeah. And with that being said, episode 89 is brought to you by Dennis Fick Shelter Insurance in Westphalia,
Shield.
Missouri. The Shield. And also by Movets Outdoors, one of our biggest partners and the things that we like to raise the most money for. Movets Outdoors, getting veterans in the outdoors and saving lives. God bless America. This episode is solely Joe Duckman, longtime friend, all-time listener, damn good friend, and me and Matt getting together, and we're going to talk about getting together to go hunting in Illinois on some public ground. What's up? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. When you text me and Mac with pictures of or videos of you setting up a trail camera and riding your e-bike through there and checking shit out and then seeing some decent bucks, got me fired up, dude. I know we're doing the big bucks tournament here in Missouri, but I'm excited to go see some Illinois bucks. Why is that?
Because in my eyes, Illinois is the best for whitetail for giants, and I mean I've hunted quite a few other states on public land, and it's just home is like nothing else. I mean Iowa's cool, but you got to wait 5, 6, 7, how many ever years to get a tag, and Illinois just got them over the counter tags, or you can apply for them in advance, but they have so many that you can just buy them over the counter, and it's $20 for a doe tag after you shoot your buck and your doe that you do have, and you want to shoot some more. They're only $20 for non-resident, and that's a no-brainer if you want to fill the freezer.
Hell yeah, man. How many deer do you normally kill a year, Joe?
A lot. This last year, I think it was 18. I have a ledger with like dates and like the weather and the location. And I told Abby, if I ever die or whatever, burn it. So then no one knows. Well, so then no one knows like the locations that are the best. You know what
You
I
want
mean?
them all to find
Yeah.
Well, if she can hear us,
there's only two people
just
that know.
photocopy that to us first.
There's only two people that know where I'm hunting and killing deer, and that's me and DNR. That's it. So when I call them in, you got to give the location, like the county and the public land area that you were hunting. So then the biologists know how many deer are getting harvested and what have you.
Right. Shit, yeah, man.
I respect that ledger, but send it to us, Joe. Before let's have Abby scan that in, and then we'll take care of it for you when you're gone, so that your legacy can continue. We'll keep documenting it for you, though.
Mac, are we planning his death now?
No.
Just language. You could probably guess what she was signing.
So, Joe, we don't need to go over where we are hunting because I know that's sacred to a lot of good people. But tell me about like the tactics. Like me and Mac are planning on leaving on November 1st. We'll leave that morning and we'll head over your way. We'll meet up with you. What are our tactics going to be? Do we need to scout at all, or are we just going to be going out and doing some hanging hunt sets?
That'll be something that is like, it just depends on what the trail cameras are saying at the time. I like reading trail cameras and that depicting on what we do if we're going to go out in person and scout. Scouting is a multiple of things. There's scouting with trail cameras and actually scouting in person. And there's so many deer hunters that do not do that, where they actually go out in person during the season and just like scout from the road using binoculars, scout from a vantage point in a big open field area where these deer are coming out, and just you're not there's not really a way to guarantee that a deer is going to come walking by in that area, but you're putting yourself in an area where you can see a vastness of like the deer traveling, and you're able to come up with a game plan and execute it. Like I like to say, the deer in the morning, they're going to the bedding area, right? So in the afternoon, they're coming out of their bedding area. And that is something like when I see a deer in the morning going somewhere, I'm like, oh, he's going to his bedding area. And that'll tell you where that's at. But usually I have that kind of all figured out from going to these different public land areas and having some of them like figured out. There's some that are super close I haven't even touched, that are just, within 30 miles. And it's because if you spread yourself too thin, you're just going to wind up with an empty freezer pretty much. And you kind of have to like focus on certain areas. And yeah.
So we're going to focus on a a big area, but one specific area, aren't we?
Usually probably like three and four at most, but usually three. So if we go to an area and there just so happens to be a ton of people in that spot, then we won't go there, and we'll just like move off to the next spot. And I like to hunt unpressured areas, and usually I'm able to figure that out. Like a trail camera will tell me if someone snuck back, into an area, because they'll walk past it. And it's you're trying to like on public outsmart the deer, along with being able to like just not be around other hunters as much. If someone's already there, you don't want to be showing up. But if it's the morning, we'll be there first, trust me.
Yeah. Hell
Unless
yeah.
you
Do you
guys
feel
I'm
like
not
do
opposed
you
to
feel
it.
like you get a lot of hunting traffic during the week, or is it going to be? I mean, weekdays I would think would be a little slower.
It really all depends. I mean, there's sometimes you can go to a spot on a weekend and there's nobody there, and then you could go, it's going to be during the rut, and everybody, it seems like, plans their vacation and their personal time around then, who who are like diehard deer hunters, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't just hold one spot and I'm like, oh, this is where we're going, and that's where we're going to only hunt. Because if there's, you know what I mean, we'll have options. That's the
Options are
biggest thing,
good.
is having options. Because
I think
it's like, if
I
you
think there's a
try
good
going
chance
out,
that Mac and I, both of us, might have some saddles to bring with us. I for sure have a climber. He for sure has a climber. We've never used the saddles, but at Illinois Deer and Beer Fest, that might be the place where we end up buying one. And hopefully we bring something like that with us so we can have some quick hanging hunts and be able to be mobile.
well, I have big news. I have actually started helping out the Amsteel guy, and he is the big mobile accessories guy, sells saddles and everything you pretty much need. And I've been going around. I just got back from Ohio, and I go to Georgia here in 2 weeks. I'm going down there for the Mobile Hunter Expo, and it's going to be, from what I've heard, it's going to be huge. And I've been rubbing shoulders with some big names in the industry doing that, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'll be able to showcase some of Amsteel's products to you guys to see what you need for saddle hunting, what have you. And it's a product that I've been using with the whole public land, and there's just always something that's like, man, that's the best gear that's out there. And it's because it's lighter, faster, or stronger, right? And with Sam, the Amsteel guy, all of his products fit all three of those categories. And it's like, it's the little things, like a strap for your climbing stick that you throw around the tree. A lot of these different ones that you get are have like a metal like clip on the end or something, and you throw it around, it hits your stick that's metal, and it makes a bunch of noise. And you're trying to hunt next to a bedding area, and it's like he just he just ruined the hunt by walking in there and then just smacking metal on metal together. But it's just little things like that. I'll have to show you guys at the Deer and Beer Fest when we go. I'll be there working the
Heck
booth.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Battle Buddy Outdoors guys they deal with the Amsteel stuff, and they use a lot of their products, and they build pieces for saddle setups. They're actually sending us two sets of it for our August giveaway for the DGF Big Bucks tournament. So one team for the August giveaway is going to get two saddle sets. So I don't know a lot about Amsteel, but they deal with it, and now I know you deal with it. So there's got to be something good about it.
As a union iron worker, it's kind of like we're starting to use that kind of material for rigging and what have you, and it's pretty dope because it's just you're using smaller material, like it's just so much smaller for how much it can actually hold. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a spider web. That spider web's so dang strong, but it's like the craziest, thinnest material there is. You know, it's crazy what some of that stuff can hold. Like I've had the ropes I've had on my sticks and my platform is going on 3 years, and the stuff's like brand new still. Doesn't have any wear or tear on it, and it's like this original strap I had. It broke the first season I had it. I mean, I was hunting like 75 days of the deer season, and that might have been why. But
God damn it.
junk.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take your advice on all that stuff. I've used my climber a lot, and I do like my climber, but it's noisy and bigger, and it's more to pack in. I mean, I don't. I would almost be better off having a light lock-on stand and carrying some fucking sticks versus using my climber. I feel like nowadays. So
There's a lot of guys that are using hang-ons and their saddle like combo, and they're
yeah,
using their hang-on as like a platform because the saddle allows you to shoot 360 degrees around a tree.
because you can sit back in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's a
write that down, Mac.
wait,
Hmm?
Write that down.
I took a mental picture.
yeah. Now I'll drill it in your guys' head. Like when you guys come to the Deer and Beer Fest, we'll have to figure something out, and I can show you some little tips and tricks that I've
Heck
learned.
yeah.
Because the biggest thing is to practice like you hunt and hunt like you practice when it comes to saddle hunting. And if you're not practicing how to use that gear, once it comes time for you to shoot that deer, it's it became over. Because I've had lots of people from all over America come hunt with me out on public land. And the biggest thing I tell them is you got to capitalize on the opportunity that you're given, because every person that has came and hunt with me has got an opportunity. And it's like, it's with the practice, are you gonna, choke, or are you gonna capitalize on it? Because sometimes opportunities are like, people get bucks coming by him left and right. And sometimes a guy hunts for 7 days straight, and he had a 3-second window of opportunity, and he drilled it,
Couldn't make it happen. Oh God, that gives me anxiety thinking about it, man.
It gets me fired up, dude. I'm fucking pumped.
That's hunting,
I love it.
like
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen out there. And that's why we do it.
Well, okay. Logistically thinking, Joe, what do we need to bring with us? Are we staying at your place, or do we need to bring a tent? Or
You can bring a tent if you want to, just in case Abby kicks you out.
well, come on now. I'm mostly nice to her.
Fuck that. I'll bring my camper. It's November.
No, I got you'll have to flip a coin for because I have three guest rooms and one of them's like another trophy room, but it's a very private trophy room that I have where it's like bucks that we shot on public and it has the location of that where that buck was killed.
Oh, no flash photography in that room, huh?
Correct.
So you're saying I can't go live with some chat girls? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Got it.
Yeah. But I feel as if that's like, I don't know, it was an idea of mine and it's becoming like the coolest trophy room that's like you can only show certain people or whatever in a way. I mean,
Fuck yeah, dude.
once that buck's dead, it's dead. It's not like someone else is gonna go kill it now on that property.
Yeah, but still, like, that's pretty cool. It's like almost your own speakeasy.
Yeah, right.
That's freaking awesome. I dig it, dude.
One of these
I
days.
tell you, I'm super freaking excited. I actually just had a guy come. He was spraying our house today, a pest control guy, and he was talking about going over to Illinois for the first time hunting this year. I'm like, dude, I am too. So I'm pretty pumped about it. Actually, Corey, while you're here, he's going to get him and his brother to sign up for a big bucks contest.
Who's that?
No, some cat who just sprayed my house for bugs.
Damn right. Hell yeah.
Gave him a card and a flyer.
Now, let me talk about the tournament real quick. We had a lot of people. July was our biggest month. Now, we had a pretty big giveaway that Team Gerloff won. Excited for them. I'm going to schedule a day to go help them pick out their rifles. But we had a lot of teams signed up, and the day of the drawing, 3 teams signed up, and then 3 signed up the next day. Like we've got more coming in. I'm excited that we're making stuff happen. But there have been several referrals lately, and for those people that are referring teams out, we are getting some camo hoodies in. We actually just ordered them today. Those camo hoodies, as soon as we have them, it'll be after the Deer and Beer Fest. We will make sure we get those out to the teams that referred to teams that entered. So lots of incentive for all the good shit we're doing with the tournament.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have a beverage, but I'm really excited about playing this hunt. So cheers to you,
I'm
fellas.
drinking a lemonade and vodka right now.
Good for you, bud.
Got the old Celsius.
You're drinking some energy. What is wrong with you?
Dude, it's freaking 6 o'clock.
I've been working today.
Dude.
Yeah.
Joe Duckman's a man's man. He works hard and hunts hard. He probably does other things hard too, but we don't got to talk about that.
That's an Abby conversation. He's engaged right now.
Work a 14-hour shift and go sit 10 hours in the deer stand and then go back to work.
Yeah, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Not saying I wouldn't take a 3-hour nap in the deer stand. But...
Hey, let's note that he's off the market. Ladies, he's engaged.
Engaged.
He is locked in. Wedding's going to be in 2095 at this rate, Joe. So,
oh gosh, I can't wait.
We can't wait for the invite though. We're going to party hard.
So you guys are going to think this is pretty wild, but we're thinking about having it the 30th of October next year.
Fuck. That's my birthday.
No,
that's his birthday.
Oh no, you guys are going to be in Illinois during the...
Joe, do you know what date?
Oh, no,
do you know what day that really is?
Saturday.
No, 30th. Corey, go ahead. Tell him.
It's my birthday that day.
Okay. Guess what?
Happy birthday to me.
It'd be a heck of a birthday party.
Oh, God. So that wedding has to be after dark, though, because we're going to be hunting during the day.
We'll just have it early and then have the party after dark.
After dark. There we go. Reception is after. And, the reception should be around a couple of dead bucks.
We might be able to. I mean, I got to run it through the lady. It's her name's Cindy Hart, right? She is the one that I bought my hunting dog from. And we've been talking to her about having the wedding there on her property where she has her cabin by the river. It's a gorgeous place. And it actually has a lot of deer on the property.
Okay, Joe, I'm normally totally against this whole thing of having having a wedding during deer season, but I feel like you might be the guy that allows his guests to show up a little bit late or right in the middle of it because they had a buck walking in front of them and they couldn't get at the stand right away.
Do you know how badass that would be? So like I'm trying to think of like how we could all go hunting in the morning that day and then have, the wedding at like,
Noon.
1:30,
One.
1 o'clock. So then
Okay.
because you never know when those bucks are going to come through midday.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? So
True.
yeah, and then everyone show up, and if someone's got some bucks, we take some pictures,
Fuck yeah.
because
Yeah, that
I
would be
don't
awesome.
I don't know if you know how many hunting buddies I got, but I got a few, and there's a few would be totally surprised if nobody killed a buck on the 30th of October, and there'd be like, you know, 30 guys hunting on public.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
that would be
sure
the tits.
I'm sure all the local guys will hate my guts, but hey,
You're gonna end up having a bunch of out of staters there, fucking hunting and killing
wait,
bucks.
there's
Dude,
there's
my biggest buck I have on my wall I killed on October 29th. And the only reason I wasn't hunting on my birthday is because it was youth weekend up here, and my niece killed her first deer ever on my birthday. So I was sitting in a stand with her. But
yeah,
October, I would say October 26th through like November 5th is like my favorite time to hunt and be able to use like vocals and synths and whatnot.
yeah. That because the last, like, believe it or not, I like used to not really care about deer hunting at all. Like I didn't care until 2020 because COVID happened, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a bow, and I'm going to like get a nice Matthews bow, and I'm gonna really start getting after this because I only had one buck, and it's this guy right here.
Yeah.
2018, I shot him on public, right? And after that deer, I was like, man, I really need to get after it. I need to stop chasing these ducks and geese when it's way nice out, and I usually don't kill anything anyway when it's nice out.
Uh huh.
It's got to be raining or snowing sideways where you just like pound out limit with like 4 or 5 guys. And that sounded terrible. But
Yeah.
so I
I
was,
love it when you pound it out with some guys, bro.
but duck and goose hunting is pretty darn cool. And I just have made it to where when it's nice out, I'm going to deer hunt. If it's raining sideways and snowing and blowing, what have you, I'm going to go duck and goose hunting because it's going to be better. Like you can't always kill a deer in the rain. You know what I mean? It's happened, but the chances, the odds are compared to the odds and the chances of killing a lot of ducks. And I'm an opportunist,
I'm
but
picking up what you're laying down, and primarily, I mean, when we first had you on the podcast, growing up, you were primarily like a trapper and small game guy, maybe waterfowl also. I don't remember talking a lot about that as a younger lad of you,
no, no, not really at all.
but you
Just
did a lot of trapping and such. Yeah.
squirrels, rabbits, and pheasants. And that was it until I was like 15. And my dad would drive me around and drop me off and pick me up at dark. Didn't have a cell phone. So it was all like, hopefully I don't break my neck while I'm out there because I don't know how he's going to find me. And I had
They
an
just trusted you.
old wooden Martin compound bow that was just like older than dirt.
Yeah.
And
Huh.
oh my gosh. I only killed 2 deer with that bow, but that's what got me started. And all I cared about was getting meat. And then, like I said, 2020 rolled around, and I'm like, I think I could figure this out. All I need is more trail cameras than 3 to figure out multiple properties, and did a bunch of research, watching guys and what have you. And it's like, all right, well, if you find where bucks are daylighting, you're going to be able to kill them because you can't kill them at night. Like if you
Uh
got a
huh.
200-inch whitetail that's showing up every day, but it's at 1 a.m.
Uh huh.
What good does that do you? And so I started taking off with that, and sure enough, just little by little, was it 2021 or 2023? I always get confused. This guy right here, crab claw buck. He's
Crab
got like a
claw.
crazy crab claw. I'll like move my
He's got
screen up a little bit.
crabs. I can see him.
Yeah.
Got the crabs buck. Hell yeah.
But yeah, and I got him, and it was I snuck out of the tree and snuck up to him, and he could like see me, and the doe didn't see me, and I did a fawn distress call, and she came running to me, and then he followed, whacked him, and I'm like, we got it now, you know. And then it's been off to the races ever since, getting more cameras, understanding property. OnX map has been like a godsend. Like, could you imagine? It's like that Step Brothers quote when they're wearing like the night vision. Could you imagine if we had these in our 20s, you know? But even better, we got them in our 40s.
Right.
But
And
yeah,
dude, man, I don't know why I don't have a subscription to OnX, but I probably need to get one.
I got one this year. I said fuck it.
After this, I have something for you possibly with that. So,
all right, dude.
After that, just remind me. Write that down.
All right, let me get a pen.
I'm gonna make a mental note.
Fuck! Someone stole my pen.
But it's been very humbling, and it's almost like imposter can't say it, imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
Like how everything's been happening lately, and I've just been diving in it 100,000 bajillion% of like wanting to chase big bucks and kill a lot of does. Like, I mean, do what you want or whatever. If it's legal, it's legal. But I hate seeing guys that are like, oh, all I want's monster bucks, and that's it. Like, yeah, monster bucks are really, really cool, and that's awesome. But just shooting them for antlers, like being a trophy hunter, and that's it. Like, deer meat is so darn good. I mean,
The best.
the best. Like
That makes me want to point something out real quick that we kind of privately got called out on, and I'm not going to mention names. I'm not even going to mention a Department of Conservation. I'm not even going to mention a Department of Conservation of any kind. But we did get called out for, that guy. We did get called out for promoting bad conservation because we're making it a big bucks contest. And so I don't want to leave that. I don't want to leave that on red. I want to understand that, and I get it. I get what the perception could be, and I not that I'm trying to please everybody. I'm really not just trying to please everybody. But me and Mac both agreed that we need to have a decent incentive monthly for people to go ahead and harvest a doe and make sure they put some meat in their freezer or donate it to the share a harvest. You know, so
Hunt the harvest.
Yeah, share the harvest, hunt the harvest. We're going to have a challenge monthly. The first 5 people that tag us in a doe on Instagram or Facebook, we are going to have a Slickhead Slayer T-shirt that we will mail out to you. So just to incentivize that a little bit and make sure that we are not just glorifying big bucks, but showing that we care about conservation and delicious meals on our table. We want some of our listeners and our tournament goers to shoot a doe. We'll send you a T-shirt and show that we're supporting that.
I was while you were talking, I was thinking, I mean, you do whatever you want because you're the boss. But I was thinking there of like possibly doing like a drawing or something of every time you shoot a doe, you have it like an entry. I don't know how that would work or whatever.
I do.
Yeah.
So like, Midwest Maniacs did that. They did a whack-a-doe challenge, and so you tag them on Insta. They did. I think it's strictly through Instagram. You tag them on Instagram with a picture of you and a doe, and they enter you. I think they did it weekly, and every week they'd draw a name out, and they'd send you some like stickers and a T-shirt and a hat for being the person that won that. And that was kind of where I got the idea. but we're already going to have these T-shirts, and we're probably going to make a plethora of them. And when we get 5 people that kill a doe, we're going to make sure that we recognize that, and the first 5 ones to tag us, we're going to send them a Slickhead Slayer shirt. But I like where your head's at, though, Joe. I think you're on the lines, or in line to be doing all kinds of interesting shit like this because you're starting your own brand, aren't you?
I'm working on it. It's
Yeah.
more or less like
Is that being hidden right
merch.
now under wraps?
It's like merch for to advertise like YouTube channel or like my Facebook, so it just gets out the word of like where you can watch videos and reels of like funny clips, informational stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be more funny clips than anything because that's cool to watch and everybody loves that.
Right.
Informational stuff, I don't have like, I have some information. I don't know everything, but like some of the stuff that I feel as if is rock solid, I want to share that with people,
Mm-hmm.
like adding 10% beef fat to deer meat for burger. That's what you
Boom,
must do because
dude.
it is
Freaking.
bomb.com.
Yep, I'm with you on that. I started that 2 years ago. My buddy James Phelps told me about that, adding beef fat instead of pork fat. That's been the best thing ever.
Game changer.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's the whole dough thing or whatever. Like, I'm sure there's a way that someone could probably be like, oh yeah, I take multiple pictures of the same dough, but there's probably something to like prevent that, you know.
And that's I didn't necessarily think of that specifically, but that's why we were going to limit it. Like the first 5 of the month,
Yeah.
we'll send them a shirt.
Or
But
or
if
have like a top off of like if you kill 5 does, you'll have 5 entries in to win a brand new bow or something.
well, fuck, I'm easy now. My britches aren't that big. Mac, are your britches big?
Yeah, I'm
No, we're
sure.
poor, dude. We're trying to do a big bus contest.
Hey, I'm sure Hoyt or Matthews has enough, like, has deep enough pockets to donate a bow, for a couple veterans. I
Let
mean, I
me.
don't mean to call them out or nothing, but
Well,
Yeah, I like it.
you already did call them out. This is going to go public.
Hoyt, I mean, come on, Hoyt. I mean, Matthews, Darton, Botec, Bear. Surely somebody's got something,
I'll
right?
tell you what,
oh yeah,
we've kind of struck out with some of the bigger names. Not now. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. But we've been reaching out for our tournament to a lot of businesses, a lot of big name stuff, and we've gotten answers on some of them, and they've told us, hey, it's the wrong time of year to be doing that, and we're learning from that. But our biggest thing right now, for I'm gonna speak for our big bucks tournament. Darton Bows, they're donating 2 of their Consequence 2 bows for a team. Gray Light Blinds are donating 2 blinds for a team. And then we are getting some King Bull e-bikes that will be for a team. So we do have some big things happening. We just didn't get the what everyone talks about stuff. So we just need to get some more information on what we have, and people should be excited because it's top of the line shit. It really is good quality stuff that we're getting for the top teams.
I've seen those Darton bows at the Deer and Beer, and it's always like I wanted to stop by their booth and check them out because they look like badass bows. And I have a bad habit of not going and checking out all these different bow companies when I'm at a show because I shoot a Matthews and there's a Matthews dealer and that's who I go to work on my bow on the stuff I cannot do. And he doesn't have Hoyt, he doesn't have Elite, he doesn't have Darton, he doesn't have all these other bows, and it's like I almost kind of feel like I'm missing out because I had a PSE and then I bought a Matthews and it was the Halon, and then I got a newer one. So then I had more poundage because I'm taking a bow that can only go up to 60 pounds elk hunting. And if I can pull back more, why wouldn't I get more? You know what I mean? And all my bows, I bought them off eBay. They're nothing like fancy. They're 3 years old when I got them, and they've been great bows. But there's so many other bow companies I'd like to try, but just haven't yet. And Darton has been one of them.
Well, that's it's great that you say that, and because Darton has been so good to us already, they are donating 2 bows to us. We're going to get some stats on it. We're going to start advertising that on our Facebook page for the group for the tournament, and you're going to have a chance at it, man. You and Chris Doak, because he's your teammate, you guys may win some bows.
Would that be able
So it
to
might
be
be something you get to try
left-handed?
out. Oh, I'm sure. I don't see why not. We just got to make that request for what we got to get.
Heck yeah.
I forgot you were backwards.
Yeah. Well, you know me, all handicapped and what have you. A lot of people don't realize that from me, and it's I don't have the full like rotation of my left arm, and I can't fully extend it. I don't know if you can see it, but like it is what it
Oh yeah.
is, and I'm right-handed and have to shoot left-handed.
So I actually I mean you've told me that before, but I noticed that in one of your videos watching you pull your bow back, like your arm goes at kind of a weird angle. But the only reason I paid attention to it is because I had my shoulder surgery, and now when I pull my bow back, I can't get my shoulder blade to point down until I get it fully extended. So I look really stupid pulling my bow back, but I haven't had a problem yet. I've shot good the last 2 days.
I
I've
could
never
tell too,
had.
Corey, in your videos that you were having some issues. Like
It's
watching you like have to like lean back and then come into it. I haven't
it's
seen him shoot like that.
it's mainly on the right side. Like I can pull, but I'm not stretching my left arm out right away. And
Mm-hmm.
my shoulder blade, I need to be able to drop it down, but it's staying up until I get fully extended. Then I'm able to drop it down and settle in. So it's not like it's a serious problem. It doesn't hurt me, but as
Don't
long as
you
I can pull
worry.
that back when I'm in a stand, and
Don't you
yeah,
worry. I got a crossbow you can use just in case.
you listen here, motherfucker. I don't have any tampons right now, so I don't need that crossbow.
But come November, he might, and so have it ready.
Please,
I'll
please.
have it ready. I'll even go out and shoot a doe with it and make sure it's all good to go.
Fuck yeah.
I use it. I
All right,
use
so
it
hey,
at least like once or twice a year, and I'll kill a doe with it. Just you know, I like using a crossbow from time to time. So
hey,
and
if
it,
if we can get
I
back to
love.
talking straight for a second, I had a question.
Okay,
Sorry, I just don't. Box blinders are gay, crossbows are gay. Um, Shout out to Ricky Glass Bowhunter. Uh, um, Back to what do we need to bring? What should we bring to state your place?
if you have a chest freezer that's small, I don't know if you have one or not. If you don't, that's fine. But I always recommend. Yeah, perfect then. So then basically instead of bringing like a cooler for your deer meat, you just plug it in the garage. You skin the deer, take care of it. We put it in the freezer. It's frozen. Load it up in the truck, take it home, unload it from the truck, put it in the home.
Okay.
It's
And-
that's what I use when I go and I travel to other states and I'm staying at Airbnb. I'll take a freezer with me so then I'm not like having to clean their freezer, which is usually really small, you know. So
All right.
if I'm killing an elk, I'm not going to be able to put an elk in somebody's little ice box, you know.
So Mac, you got a freezer we could take with us?
Yeah, I think so.
So I've got I love you. I got a vacuum sealer that's very reliable, and I don't mind bringing all the stuff. Like I'll process a deer right there in your garage, and we'll package it, and we could just throw it in the freezer then.
Yeah, I got one too, so we could bring a whole setup.
Yeah.
When you see the setup that I have, it'll blow your mind for how I skin deer.
Okay.
Uh,
How do you do it?
Well, just the same as anyone else, but you'll see. All you need's your knife and a vacuum sealer. I have plenty, but having an extra one will make it go faster. So a vacuum sealer, knife, you know, and I got cutting boards. So your freezer, blah blah blah.
You got a
And that's
grinder?
it for like skinning. And
I assume you got a grinder.
yeah,
Okay.
usually you don't need to bring a grinder. Usually, I skin everybody's deer for them because I love skinning, and it. It usually takes about 20 minutes, and we'll have the deer in meat tubs and ready for vacuum sealing.
So Joe, what do? I just stand there and enjoy a cold
You
Brewers
you
banquet.
you hold my Gatorade, my beer, whatever it is I got, and another sharp knife, and I'm like, Corey, drink, knife.
Give me a sip. I need a sharp knife. Let's go.
Because since I got the ledger, it does not have the location. I didn't write it on there, but it's all that's the last 2021. So, and I got like the next page too, right? So I've been able to skin that many deer of my own, along with this next page. There's another one or whatever, and all the people that I mentor. And over the course of that time, I was skinning deer back when I was 8 years old. I've been
Hmm.
able to watch like butchers and this, that, and the other. And there's little tips and tricks of like how to just use a knife and you don't need to use a saw on different cuts of meat. Like how to like dislocate the leg of a deer with just like a little tiny cut and a quick pop with the arms. It just, yeah. It,
Okay.
I'll, I'll have to like do it slow to show you how I do it and then let you do the other leg or whatever. There's just like little tips and tricks. Like everybody struggles with the neck of the deer. Like a lot of people use a saw, and I can do it with a knife, and it takes me like 3 seconds, and then I pop the neck, and then it falls right off.
You
And
mean like after you cut like the neck roast or the whatever meat off of it and getting it rid
yeah,
of?
yeah. So
Okay.
like you just take the hide off, and once you're taking the hide off, you take the head off at the bottom, and that's the part everyone struggles with. They just use a saw because it's quicker, but
Right.
I use a knife, and the knife is quicker than anybody's saw they got if you know
Well,
where you need to cut.
I'm not going to be picky about any bit of any of this unless it's a deer I'm planning on bringing back to a taxidermist. So
Yeah. There's a pretty darn good taxidermist up this way, so then you can just like pick it up next year when you come up again, you know.
when I come back. So that's another good point though. So our other damn good friend Mike Cutright used to own Evade Camo.
Mhm.
We were originally trying to plan to try and get a couple days of hunting in with him as well, but we need to. I'm gonna call him this next week or probably tomorrow. I'll give him a call. He was taking off the end of the week, but me and Mac got to be back to our adult jobs on Friday because we have work that weekend. So we'll we're gonna gauge that a little bit. I know we're gonna arrive to you on Sunday, probably midday,
Yeah.
and get ready to rock and roll and figure out where we're going. But we're gonna figure out how we can get from you to Mike Cutright to hunt. It might only be a day, but then be able to get home on time for our work that we got to do.
Heck yeah.
So
Yeah. And if something comes up with him or whatever, and you want to stay the whole time here, it don't matter either way.
well,
Um,
he's roughly I think he's 2.5 hours from you. I think he's 2.5 hours south.
yeah.
From what I was looking at on maps. Like we've been trying to communicate as best we can over text with Mike and with you, and looking at locations. But to be quite honest, Matt gets busy with work. I get busy with work, and we kind of lose track of what the plan is. That's part of the reason I wanted to have this podcast is talk about our plan.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
if we leave, I'm gonna say we leave at 9 a.m. ish, 8 or 9 a.m. on Sunday morning and make it up there probably by noon, 1, 2 ish, then we could probably get an evening hunt in for sure. But I mean, you're
And
pretty much our guide, Joe. So we want to make sure we bring the right things and we're prepared for you to tell us where to go and not fuck things up for you either.
yeah. So a lot of guys that come in, it's about the same time. And what I like to do, first thing we'll do is go get tags, obviously. Um, can't do anything without that besides scout and not have any weapons on us. But
Mm,
yeah, get
tag.
tags and then come up with a game plan from there and see what time it is. Because number one thing we don't want to do is go into an area to try to hunt and we just blow everything out.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'd rather relax on your day of travel than try to rush anything too much. But
Mm-hmm.
I got public land less than a mile from the house, so there's always that, and then we can go from there. There's along since I live right on the Illinois River, which there's so much river, right? Uh, all that public land is all along the river. It goes all the way from almost Chicago all the way down to St. Louis. It's just loaded with public land, and that's we'll hang around there mostly. There's other bigger pieces of like prairie to hunt. I can even say the name because it's so darn big. Medewin. It's there's a lot of people that go there, but they have like a cutoff on your sign in, and when you go there, this we could drive there and then we can't hunt it because there's already too many people signed in to hunt
They have a certain amount of people that can hunt there per day.
in the certain areas. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's I want to say it's like 7 miles by 10 miles big. So that's a lot of ground to cover. You know what I mean? It's almost like Western hunting. A lot of prairie, a lot of ag, and you could you could get lost in that sucker real quick. But
I'm okay with that. Get me lost.
we might go hit that up, but we'll see. There's plenty of like 200-acre public land places that are just like phenomenal. Most of my deer, like most of these deer on the wall, I haven't shot like over 200 yards from the parking lot, just because most of the people don't hunt right next to the parking lot. And I'm sure if people do a little more scouting, figure them out of like, oh, I need to hunt right next to the parking lot, then the deer that don't get hunted that are farther away from the parking lot will get big, and then that's where I'll be away from the parking lot. But
Kind of a, I hate to say this, but kind of an ebb and flow. It could change year to year depending on where people are hearing and hunting.
oh yeah, it
I hate
always
using that
does.
phrase. I fucking hate that phrase. Oh.
I mean, use it appropriately.
I that was the only time it's been used appropriately in the last 6 months with anybody who's brought that up to me. And if anybody listening to this podcast knows what I'm talking about, send me a text, jerks.
Sounds like you got a lot of ebb and flow going on in your workspace.
Listen, I get angry sometimes, and I'm seeing a therapist about it. It's fine.
One thing I recommend
Sure.
for you guys, because I heard, Corey, that you were talking about wanting to get more into public land, is
Mm-hmm.
keep a diary of all the information you get of like different little things of where you see majority of the deer, where you notice these big bucks are hanging out, where you jumped them, where you've seen them from the deer stand. And I've kept a log. I've had this book since 2018, and it's my little black book that just helps me out with little things here and there.
Different
That's
little
where your
black book.
boyfriends are.
Different little
Yeah,
black
all my
book.
boyfriend's numbers and addresses.
Your boyfriend's potential scores.
Yeah, they're just your dear friends.
Shit, yeah.
But no, it's been it's been quite the experience. Like I said before, like I've only really gotten after deer, like trying to chase mature deer, uh, because I'm like, well, I'm a meat hunter, right? A mature buck has way more meat than a 2-year old or a 1-year old.
I agree with that.
So I'm like, I can see myself chasing mature bucks. That's yeah. And who doesn't like big rags, you know? So
Oh, I like what you did there.
man. But
God bless
uh,
America.
I always like to say I don't discriminate against anybody who, if they shoot a spike or a basket rack and they're happy with it, like heck yeah, I'm pumped. Like I do a lot of mentoring, like I said before, and that's what a lot of deer get shot because that's the only deer that they got to shoot that year because they're struggling or whatever, or I'm teaching them and they're after that first deer that comes walking by. And like, I'm not going to be like, oh, we're hunting in my spot and we only shoot deer that are 4.5 and older here because I hunt here too. It's when someone like that shoots a basket rack, it's like I
Mm-hmm.
get to shoot my deer all over again because I'm there witnessing it. And that's what I love the most about like taking guys hunting, along with taking guys like yourselves that will let a basket rack walk. You know what I mean? And just the thrill of it. Like when you guys come, I'll probably sit with one of you one day and sit with the other the next day because there's always that opportunity of shooting 2 bucks out of one tree. I haven't had it happen yet, but it's going to happen
Be
if
fucking cool if you did,
I'm
though.
hunting with another person, getting video, and having my bow there with.
Yeah.
It's just a
That'd be
matter of
awesome.
because
So I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I can let bucks walk. I've let plenty of them walk. However, I do have the goal of killing my first buck ever on public land, and I'm planning on hunting on some public land in Missouri also.
yeah,
But if it just so happens I haven't killed a buck yet and I'm over there, I'm not going to be extremely picky, but I promise you I'm not going to shoot a young basket rack. I promise that.
hey, if it's the last day and you're getting ready to leave, you better shoot
Dude,
that fucker.
if my heart's pounding and I'm getting excited about it, I mean, if I got a rager going,
me,
I'm gonna have to pull that bow back, bud.
me and Mac are gonna have like two 150s or 160s, and you'll have your basket rack.
Fuck, give me a 105. I'll fucking take it as
Hey,
long as we get
if the roles were reversed, I'd be smiling like this.
Right. No,
Oh yeah,
Happy as
man.
all
the
get
biggest thing
out.
is like sharing camp with good friends, and that's my favorite part.
Hell
Like
yeah, dude.
we're gonna have Mike and Dan from Utah and Washington with us as well, and
Okay.
they've never killed a whitetail. And I'm like,
Ever
guess what? You got full reign to do whatever the heck you want. If you want to shoot a
get you
basket rack,
on.
shoot a basket rack. I'm
Hell
like, but
yeah.
definitely, I'm like, that first doe comes walking by, pounder, because we gotta get that first kill under your belt.
Pounder.
There we do. At least we're not pounding him this time.
Does that sound a lot better? It's not just gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pound her.
Him.
Shit, yeah. So what day are they coming in?
It's written on the calendar. They're coming on. What was it?
We're
The
coming in on
Monday.
Sunday.
Monday.
Okay, Sunday's the first. Monday be the second.
I believe it's Monday. I don't know. I'll have to
Cool.
double check. I suck at remembering dates because there's so many.
That's
And then
okay, man.
booking stuff left and right. I'm going to Utah the second week of September, and then I'm going back to Utah for mule deer for my first time ever. I drew a any weapon tag, and I'm going to go with my bow. And I'm not going to take a rifle till the last day. My buddy is like, "No, you're taking a rifle. And we're making it happen." And I'm like, "Whatever, we'll see." Like, I'm going to take my bow at least on the first day, and then I'll sneak it in. I just
Yeah.
I've had mule deer come in when I'm elk hunting, and it's just like it. It's way cooler. It's more exciting to have them in the red zone and just blast them with an arrow. There's no better feeling. You guys know from shooting a deer with a rifle or a bow. It's like
Oh yeah.
if you have a deer at 30 yards and you have a rifle and a bow sitting there in the corner, you
Mm-hmm.
bet your ass I'm gonna grab that bow every time.
Yep.
It's just cooler.
It's a different level of excitement and buck fever whenever you got one in close and you stick them with an arrow than versus shooting them with a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Corey.
think you have that feeling too of like, I could miss with a bow. So you have to be like a little more heightened, a little more dialed in. With a rifle, it's like, oh, 30 yards, definitely killing you.
Yeah,
With a
buddy.
bow, you're like, I could miss you. I'm going to try, though.
I
got a
could
question
miss you, but
you would
plan not to.
start with Corey.
Okay. Hit it.
When you have a buck coming in, do you get your buck fever when it's coming in or after you shot it and you've seen that it's died?
Okay, I've had this happen two different ways actually. So the buck, my biggest buck I've ever killed, when he was walking, I had grunted him in. I grunted, and all of a sudden I looked to a certain direction, and there he was. And at first glance, I had no shakes, no nothing, and I'm looking at him like, is that buck big enough to shoot? Like I was trying to age him. I was trying not to look at his antlers, and then he got in about 50 yards, and I looked at how thick his fucking bases were, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, nope, I got to shoot that buck, and my heart started pounding. And he got into 15 yards, and luckily it was 15 yards because I think I would have missed if it was any further. And so before the shot, I was having buck fever horribly bad. But then no shit, on a rifle hunt, I had me and my dad, long story short, we had gone to a place up in North Missouri and we didn't have very good luck. And we came back and we went to one of our go to spots. And I was sitting there with nothing happening. It was cold as hell. And out of nowhere, this buck come chasing a doe in. And he was a pretty decent 10 pointer, probably 130 maybe. But he came in. I saw him immediately. No really reaction. I just pulled up, saw his antlers, saw his huge fucking neck. I shot him. He dropped, and his wife, his doe, stayed standing there. So I shot her too. I got the husband and the wife, and as soon as I knew they were both down, I was like, oh God, whew, I gotta calm down. Oh man, and it just like hit me all of a sudden. So I've had it two different scenarios, I guess. One with a bow, one with a rifle, but those are both hunts I'll never forget. And I understand your question just because I had those experiences.
I like what Corey did there. So I'll say with my bow, it was more probably buck fever right before I shot. So I'll go with like Ted, for example. I knew he was there. I knew he was coming out. When he came out, I knew it was him. I was calling with him. I'm talking to him. So I'm calm. I'm trying to get him to come closer. And I got him within a certain distance, 40 yards. And I'm like, he turned broadside. And I felt super calm. Like I grabbed my bow calmly. I pulled back. But as soon as I pulled back, like that moment hit me. And I was like, oh shit. And so I had to like calm the fuck down and put your pin on him. And now we're gonna do this. And I pulled and shot him. So after that, it hit me like a freight train. Like I had that moment of dullness. So I calmed myself down. I shot him. I heard it flop. He took off. I set my bow down. I was sitting there. I probably sat there for 10 seconds before I called or text Corey. I called him first on accident, but 10 seconds or so. And I was like, oh my fucking God, that just happened, So I had to like collect myself again, went through all the emotions of life. But then, like with Corey, rifle is different for me. I feel like I don't get as much excitement in the very beginning of killing an animal or a deer with a rifle. Like I'm in the zone. Like I know I'm gonna hit him. I know he's gonna go down. There's not that like nervousness or like fear of can I make this happen or not. It's like I see you, I'm gonna shoot you, and I shoot you, and I put the gun down. I'm usually like, man, that was fucking awesome, and I'll get a little shaky after that. But with the gun, it's more like I don't know. To me, with a rifle, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. Like you are dead. Like he or she, if they are in my crosshairs, I am gonna shoot them. With a bow, it's like that suspense before that, like the chess game you're playing with this deer to get them close enough to shoot them. That really gets me like real fucking worked up, which I enjoy. I love it. I love it. So
I feel like you haven't missed as many deer as I have with a rifle. Huh. Shit.
I don't know if I have. I don't. I'm not saying I haven't missed any either. So don't get me wrong.
Not that I've missed them, but I normally do get excited after the shot with a rifle versus with a bow. Once I decide I'm going to shoot, I'm like, oh God, okay, I got to get my shit together. Oh,
Yeah,
yep,
exactly.
settle in. Like, yep,
You're like, oh, there's a deer, there's a deer, there's a deer. I'm gonna shoot it. Oh shit, I'm gonna shoot it. You're like, oh damn, what happened?
yep.
Um,
See your reaction.
None of my own.
I've tried, but I forgot to hit the record button once.
Like when you have your buck fever, it's
Hmm.
like you can describe it and what have you, but like you can't really relive that if you don't have it recorded to like 100%.
Yeah.
And this last hunting season, recording my 10-pointer that I shot on Halloween, and getting that on video, and then turning the camera around, it was like every time I watch it, I can relive that feeling, and like I still get goosebumps because I'm like right back in that tree on that exact day, just going through the emotions again because of like
Yep.
working, 13-hour shift at nuke plant, iron working, and then like hurrying up, making it to the tree as fast as I could, and then trying not to fall asleep, and I keep nodding off, and I'm looking at my phone trying to stay occupied and looking around, and I can't hear nothing coming because the road's so close, and semis and what have you are going by, and all of a sudden he's right there at 30 yards, and I'm like, oh shit, 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 shit. And I'm like trying to take my phone with my freezing cold hands because I can't operate my phone with gloves on, and put it in the phone holder that is like a camera mount, and then get to the camera at the same time out of the whole me playing a game and what have you, while the deer is within 30 yards. He's like raised up, like I want to say 8 yards higher, because there's just like this ledge that he's on directly in front of me. And I'm just trying to do it oh so slow because he's turning his head, looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right, standing in one spot. And I'm moving, and he's looking for movement, because he's looking for a doe. And I'm just like, keep it together, and I'm being calm about it, but I'm having flashbacks of another time of when I dropped my release after shooting a doe, and I had a buck come running in right behind the doe, and I dropped the release and tried shooting him with my fingers. It didn't work out. So I'm like, if I drop my phone, the deer could be like gone, or maybe not because the semis and the cars are loud enough where you won't hear it, but I won't get it on video. That was like my whole goal, to get a buck kill on video, and got it in there, and I got it in place, and I'm recording now. And after hunting for so long, one of the old timers who taught me so much about like duck and goose hunting taught me something about deer hunting as well on one of the days that I was over at his house, just listening to stories and giving me advice. And I could remember clear as day, I was 17 years old, and he goes, Joe, if you ever have a problem when you finally get a monster buck coming in, or any deer, he's like, just say to yourself, it's just a deer. That's it. It's just a deer. Just like when you see a deer and it's not deer season, it's just a deer. And I always play that back in my mind of like, it's just a deer. Just do what you practice, and it's keeping me to where I'm pretty steady, but there's been times where bucks will come in and I still get shaky. And then his second advice was, if you cannot control your buck fever, Joe, just start shooting the heck out of does. Once you kill the heck out of does left and right, it'll numb you a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough to where you can keep 100% of your excitement in, and you won't get any buck fever whatsoever. Because if you're going out deer hunting and you're only shooting monster bucks, and let's say it takes you sometimes a year to shoot one buck every year, or 2 to 3 years. So you're not doing any like killing with your bow. If
Mm-hmm.
you're killing 5, 10 does a year, you're just like, yeah, I've done this before. And it's just has made me to where I'm steady as a rock. I'm serious. And it's like, I can make it happen. And like sometimes, you'll miss or whatever, this, that, or the other. But I have zero buck fever from that, shooting a bunch of does throughout the year, and then executing my shot, and then just losing it after it's happened. And
So it's a little bit of psychological warfare with yourself.
I mean, that's everyone's different. Like
Yeah.
that's what has helped me, is to just kill them does. And because when I made that shot on that deer in the YouTube video you could watch, the deer's walking broadside, and it seems like he's going to come 20 yards and come down that little that little ridge, and then in this low spot be 20 yards. But instead, he turns away from me and walks away, and he's starting to walk towards the river to cross it. And I'm like, man, I need to make something happen fast because everybody else who's seen this exact buck has showed me video of it, has missed it, has always told me it crosses the river. And as soon as he turned away from me and started heading towards the river, I had my 20 yards set on my single pin, and he's 35 yards. And I'm like, I got to make it happen. I have no time to do anything but just draw. And you can hear in the video, I call it blowing a kiss at him. It's him with the, and you can hear it clear as day. And he freezes in his tracks, and he knows he's in trouble. He
like,
just
shit,
I'm like,
he's gonna sling it.
I got you. And I put that pin on the top, like right behind the shoulder, right at the top, because it's just the right amount of drop to where it just slid in there, hit him right in the heart. And he'd even make it 23 yards. Like he's just
He
piled
didn't
up.
go 20, right?
Before I even hung up my bow, you can see in the video of my quiver come into frame. When I hung up my bow, that is when the deer fell down. And it's
Hell
That's
yeah.
fucking
within
awesome.
just a few seconds. Like I want to say 2.5, almost 3, and he was already down. And I'm like hanging it up, and I'm like looking at the deer. I'm like, oh my god, out. My eyes are all like droopy. I'm like, oh my god, like a drug addict. You know, I've been chasing deer while working these 12-hour shifts at the nuke plant, and then getting off work and hunting for a few hours, going to sleep, and then hunting, and then going right back to work. And I'm like, and
So that
I've noticed in every video that I do, I always say at the end, like, God, I love deer hunting. And I didn't notice that until like the end of November. I never planned that. I was just like, say whatever you want to say, Joe, just make it raw. I'm just a blue collar guy out there hunting public land, just doing the thing, like I'm no professional by any means. Like I just started recording hunts, and it's only with my phone. And this year I got a new camera, so then I'll be able to do it in like 4K. I got this attachment
kind of
for a
camera
three.
did you get?
It's a Panasonic. Uh, it's so new I don't even know the name that well. But
Fancy.
it's a Panasonic Luminix or something. I'm sure someone
Okay.
listening to this like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But
That's what it is.
I'm able to zoom in and zoom out without having to touch the lens out front like my old camera that I had from a while ago, and it's just made for videotaping, And uh having this new bracket that I got, I want to give a shout out to Adam Ray. He's a pastor out of Michigan. He was there at the Mobile Hunters Expo, and he stopped by the booth, talked to me, and he was showing me his product along with me showing him our product. And he's like, you got to get one of these. And it's Transcend Archery is the name of the product. And I actually have it right here. They have different ones for like the vinyl harness. You can't really see it that well because there's nothing really to it. So that part on my left side is for the 360 camera or your GoPro. So then you get like a second angle of view, and you're able to get video of like up close and personal when I'm like elk hunting or in the tree stand and I'm drawing back on a whitetail. And then the other side, which is just that little clip thing right there, that holds your string to your bow. So then you can put the bow string into there, and it leans away from you at like an angle. And you're able to glass, range, all that fun stuff. That'll be so useful when I'm out west hunting and when I'm 3D shooting, to just like hold my bow so I can range it real quick and I don't have to set it down, or because I don't like shooting with my kickstand on because it adds weight to my bow. I like having it on there when I'm in a ground blind, but not when I'm running and gunning and all that. And It's Transcend Archery. You guys, if anyone on here is
Not sure what you're
listening
talking about.
to this podcast, they need to go check them out. It is
I've definitely seen them.
Mm-hmm.
badass. You know, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
Adam Ray, he's the man. Pastor out of Michigan. I'm following him on Instagram and Facebook and all that, and he is one heck of a dude.
I'm writing shit down. No big deal.
Yeah, go follow Adam
Dude,
Ray.
a lot of the times I've practiced with the extra gear on my bow that, like for videoing, I got a thing on my one of those magnet deals that the back of my phone will attach to it. I practice with it on my bow because I want to be able to video from that, but also not with it on there to make sure it's not making a huge difference. The longer shots, it does make a difference. So if I have a long shot, I'm not putting that fucker on there. But outside of that, you know, all the fucking 30 and unders, I'll probably leave it on there.
That's why I got this, is because it's not connected to my bow. It's connected to my chest, and
There you go.
it's ounces. It doesn't weigh like anything. It's just super thin material, but it's strong as heck. Like you could take it off and try twisting it and turning it, and it ain't gonna break, you know. And
Hell
having
yeah.
that 360 right on the front, like you can get all the way around you pretty much. He was showing me video on his phone of how it works, and it's like, oh my gosh, I need to get one of those. And I think it's going to pair well with what I'm trying to do of getting video of hunts, whether if it's on the hunter or someone else is hunting. But I'm excited to see what it can do. I still have to get a camera for it. I, like I said, I just got home yesterday from the Ohio show, so it's something new.
Mac, you know why I'm excited that Joe's pitching this kind of stuff right now? Not only because I want to buy it and I'm probably going to own some of this equipment, but because on the Outdoor Call Radio and Spotify, people are only hearing him talk about it. They're going to have to go to our YouTube channel and they're going to have to check out what he's showing for the picture on that camera right there.
You're damn right.
Yeah, damn right. And when you guys go to a YouTube channel, make sure you hit subscribe, make a comment, tell us how cool we are or how dumb we are, whatever you want, and maybe like something or two.
Yeah.
Or you're gay. So let's nail this down real quick. Let's nail it down. I feel like the tactics, we're going to be following your lead, but we're not overly stupid whitetail hunters, so we could probably figure a couple of things out.
Pin and
Yeah.
be like, this is where you need to hunt. And
Uh-huh.
that pin right there, you just go hang out there and get in there, find the sign, see where you need to hang up and hunt. You might be like, all right, well, I just need to be 50 yards over there, 100 yards over here. And I've done that so many times where I'm just like, just let you loose to let you figure it out. And within like 3 to 4 days, usually a guy has a decent deer down or has killed a few does.
Or both. I'm not opposed to shooting a doe and then shooting the buck that was following her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many guys are against that. They're like, oh, I don't shoot does where I shoot bucks.
Fuck
I'm like,
that,
well,
dude. I'm gonna give a little. That buck comes running through after I shoot the doe. I'm gonna give a little. I'm gonna be like thwack. I'm just saying.
I got video of me shooting 2 does in the spot where I killed my Big Ten this year.
It blows your mind, right?
I mean, I don't gut the deer where I kill them, so that helps.
I'm not even opposed to that, and it's not that I have to do that. I'm not and I'll drag a deer. I don't mind, but I've killed several deer the day after I gutted a deer right where I was fucking hunting. So
Same.
now I probably won't kill a booner doing that, but I'm not opposed to it. I'm gonna follow your lead, Joe.
Yeah. I'm going to show you guys what I call the gutless method. We're not going to gut any of our deer. What I do is I skin them out and I leave that cavity whole. I'll show you how to take them tenderloins out without having to pull
How do you get the
guts
heart?
out. You want the heart? We'll
I
get
want the heart. I want the heart.
I usually blow up the heart, Corey. So
You see, I aim for the lungs or the liver because I want that heart. Those hearts are delicious,
Okay, we can
bro.
get that heart.
Hell yeah, baby. Oh, fucking A. Well, dude, November 1st, we're going to be showing up on your doorstep. And if we need to bring any kind of extra anything to cook or a cooler of beer,
Yep.
because after dark, I expect us to have a couple of beers, if that's okay. Is that okay? Mac, are you going to invite our sponsors?
Bush Light? Hell yeah, dude.
Just saying.
Grocery stores right nearby. Like the cool part about me living where I live in the north central part of Illinois, uh, there's a grocery store within every 15 miles, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
We're not
Hell yeah.
we're not in the middle of the boonies. You know what I mean? We're hunting where I prefer to go hunt closer towards Chicago, where there's more city people. Because as soon as you start heading farther west and south towards the hillbillies,
And more hunters.
yeah, they know what they're doing, it seems like, and I always run into them a lot more than what I do the city people. So let that be
I'm
what it
excited.
Shit.
yeah. I
This
prefer
is
hunting
gonna
around the
be
city folk.
a fun hunting adventure. I'm really excited for it, Joe. I know Mac is. He's ecstatic. Look at him.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm super pumped.
His hair's
I,
standing up. Look at him.
I'm gonna have a prediction that
Okay.
Mac's gonna shoot a giant a giant 3-year-old 8 point, and you're gonna get a stud of a 10 point, short tines but wide as shit. Write that
Ooh.
down.
Man, I'd love that
Hold
for
on.
both of us.
Let me write. Seriously. Let me write that down. Mac, stud, 3-year-old 8 point.
He's gonna think it's a 5-year-old, but we're gonna look at the teeth and I'll show him that it's a 3-year-old.
And then
He's gonna shoot it anyway because it's a giant.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a short tine 10 point.
Super wide. And then
But wide.
we're gonna look back at this and it's gonna be like flip flopped or the complete opposite.
Dude,
We're gonna shoot 4-pointers, both of us. Just just
hold on.
massive.
I'm gonna play lottery real quick. What are the possibilities of me killing my biggest buck ever?
It's like Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance? I got this.
1 in a million.
Dude, there's always going to be a chance as long as we're in the woods and we're not wasting too much time drinking beer. We're going to do that too. But yeah,
let me say that if you're not hungover and you're in the deer stand and not sleeping on this here couch, there's a chance. Because
now hold on. Hold on. There's no hangovers that'll keep us from hunting. Mac has been thrown up out of a stand and killed himself a 110-inch fucking 10-pointer with a crossbow once. He was gay once.
He was gay once.
But I did it.
Tell him, Mac.
I was shitting my pants and I still did it. So
doing the old chocolate fountain.
We were in freaking Pennsylvania last year and I was sick as shit and I still sat in a truck.
Fuck yeah.
And slept while everybody else hunted. I was close. I went out.
What I call the Florida boys, they burn the candle at both ends, wanting to stay up late, talk hunting, they just touching the antlers of my deer and what have you, just talking like past hunts we've been on, what have you, drinking beer and eating good food. And I'm like, guys, it's 9:30 p.m. I'm going to bed. And they go to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and we got to be up at 4. And there's been times where I left the house and left them at home because one of them's family and the rest of them, they're friends, but they're like family to me. And it's just one of those things where I was like, see ya. And I ended up shooting a decent sized doe that morning. That was a good one. And they missed out.
I'm gonna follow your lead. If Joe goes to bed, I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
One thing's for sure, we're gonna eat some darn good food because there's some places nearby we're gonna hit up, and then there's some home cooked meals we're gonna have. They're gonna be phenomenal. And I wouldn't bring anything besides maybe if there's something you want to drink or whatever in particular. But everything for food wise, there's no sense of buying it there and then hauling it up here when we could just go right down the road and get it.
Okay.
Unless there's something special or whatever you want.
It's good to hear. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fucking ready.
Like if you
Well,
got some wild alligator to bring up, I really like wild alligator.
Oh, good point.
Right?
Let me write that down.
Write that down. Oh man, I'm a slut for some alligator.
Look, you boys are getting me real fucking hungry, and I can smell my wife's homemade lasagna.
Mac, we're almost done. I'm sorry. I'm taking notes.
I want wine and I want food. I can hear everybody up there eating in my mouth's water.
All right, man. We can knock this podcast out. I feel like we've got the plan together. I'm gonna give Mike a call tomorrow. We're gonna try to plan the second half of our Illinois adventure, but the first half is gonna be with Joe and the Washington, Utah crew, and we're gonna figure out how to kill some deer and fucking eat some food and drink some beer and maybe talk some shit.
And have a good time.
Damn good time.
I hope those Westerners are ready for us.
They'll figure us out.
Yeah.
Right on, guys. Well, episode 89, it's in the books. Joe, thanks for coming on again, brother. We can't wait to see you.
Hell yeah.
Stay on.
Guys.
We will see you at Illinois Deer Beer Fest.
I'll be there.